Here, let us learn about different types of habitats. We find different animals in different places. For example, we find animals living on trees, houses, and in different areas like ponds, pools, and some other places. If the size of an area is more than the living organisms in that particular area increase generally. For example, the organisms which live in our houses are more when compared to the organisms which live in our hair. Similarly, organisms in the ponds will be more when compared to that of our house. This process continues. Thus, larger areas are best suited for the life of organisms. First, let us learn about the pond habitat. Pond is a habitat for most of the organisms. Different organisms live in different regions in a pond because of the availability of different amounts of food, air, light, etc. Organisms like dragonfly, mayfly, and kingfisher live on the surface by hovering above the surface of the pond and then resting over a bamboo pole or a stick jutting out of the surface of the pond. These organisms find their food from the surface of the pond. Organisms like snail, whirling beetle, pond scatter, and larvae of mayfly and dragonfly live on the surface of the pond. Some aquatic plants like pistia float on the surface of the water, whereas the roots of lotus plant go deep into water. Organisms that live on the surface of water can be easily eaten up by other organisms because they have less protection. But plenty of food and air are available only on the surface of water. This is the reason why fish come to the surface to feed. Organisms that are found in mid-water are great water boatmen, leech, and larvae of mosquito. Fish and crabs also swim around this region. Several grasses, frogs, cranes, crabs, etc. fill the pond margins and fish lay eggs here. Plants like hydrilla and animals like mussels, flatworms, and some maggots live at the bottom of the pond. They have plenty of food in the form of dead and decaying matter at the bottom, but the lighting will be minimum. Pond is a habitat for both the animals and plants. The plants which are found in water are called aquatic plants, and animals found in water are called aquatic animals. This type of habitat is said to be an aquatic habitat. Several aquatic habitats are present on the earth, varying from small water sources like water tanks, ponds, small garden pools, pools that form after rain to large water sources like saltwater lakes, rivers, etc.